Today we have a 2014 Jeep Grand Cherokee, and we're going to be doing a test fit on the Kuat NV 2.0 4x platform rack, which is part number NV22B-NA22B. It's a very high quality and durable bike rack. It's going to hold your bikes very well, and it's going to hold up to the elements as well. The black powder coat finish is going to hold up to rust and corrosion along with the aluminum construction. It can carry up to 4 bikes, each weighing up to 60 pounds, so it's going to be able to accommodate even if you have an electric bike or even a fat tire bike. It holds your bike in 2 different spots. We have a strap on the back wheel right here. You can see the wheel just sitting on the platform, and the strap secures it. And on the front, we have the front wheel sitting inside the wheel tray right here, and the hook putting downward force on top of the wheel, forcing it down into the tray. Another great feature is that we can tilt this away from the vehicle to give us access to the trunk. There's a lever right here. We're just going to pull on that and tilt it away. Now you can use this feature while it's fully loaded with 4 bikes, but if you do have 4 bikes on it, I will advise it's probably a good idea to get an extra set of hands. We're going to open up the trunk. You can see plenty of clearance right here. You won't have to worry about that. And there's plenty of leg room in here to grab our cargo or gear, groceries, whatever we have with us on our trip. And then we'll go ahead and shut the trunk. And to tilt it back up, it's just reversing the process. We don't have to pull a lever. All we're going to do is grab a hold of the bike rack down here and then pull it up until it latches. Let's go ahead and take the bike off. We'll start with the strap. Just press in the tab and then pull the strap all the way out. Then we're going to slide in here and we're going to push down on this little trigger to release the hook, and we can fold it all the way down and remove the bike. And then when you're done and you don't have any bikes loaded, it's a good idea just to conserve some space. So push the hook down, fold it all the way over, and then put that strap back in its home. Now I'm going to grab my tape measure and give you guys a few measurements. First we're going to go from the bumper of our Grand Cherokee to the outermost part of our bike rack. This is a pretty lengthy one. So from the bumper, we're adding on about 4.5 feet onto the back of our vehicle, which is pretty substantial. We have a nice raise in our shank, and the Grand Cherokee does sit a bit higher than most vehicles. So our ground clearance at the back is going to be just about 26 inches, so just over 2 feet. That's plenty of space to where you shouldn't have any problems with potholes or driving up curbs into your driveway. Then the closest point of our bike rack, which is about up here to the bumper, that's 10 inches, which is plenty of space, and it's stationary, so you're not going to have to worry about that. We can fold this up to conserve on space that we've added on to the back. We're going to come back to that lever. We're just going to pull it, and so this time we're going to fold it towards the vehicle until it locks into place. Now we'll measure again from our bumper. It is about 1.5 feet now added onto the back of our vehicle, which is a very big difference, just about 3 feet. So you want to keep this in mind for any close quarter situations, such as parking in a parking garage or even in your garage if you don't want to have to take your bike rack off when you get home. One of the really cool features about this bike rack that you don't really see that often is that we have a repair post tube. So we can flip up that tab and swing out the tube. However this would work is if you undo that, set your bike in place right here, and then tighten it down onto the frame of your bike. And that's going to allow you to do on-the-go maintenance or any type of repairs you have to do if you don't have any type of table and you want to get your bike up in the air so that you don't have to squat down or do anything like that. When it's not in use, it just stores right here on the side. You just clamp it down, and it's all good. Now let's come down here and take a look at how it attaches to the shank. We have a safety pin right here with a lock on the other side. That's going to be a nice safety feature, so no one can remove it without the key. Now the anti-rattle system is pretty cool. It uses this cam tightening handle knob right here. Once you tighten that all the way down, that's going to activate the system that's on the inside of our hitch, and that's going to take away the shake and play from our bike rack. A lot of other systems that use, the anti-rattle bolt or something like that, they take away the side-to-side play, But a lot of them don't take away the up and down action that you could see, whereas this one cannot move it up and down without taking the whole vehicle up and down. Now, one thing I want to point out is that if you want to tighten this even tighter, but you can't seem to get a grip on here, we do have a slot right here that you can use an Allen key for. You can use the included tool that you get with your bike rack, or if you just have one in the garage, you can use that too. Other than that, that's going to do it for our look at the Kuat NV 2.0 4-bike platform style rack on our 2014 Jeep Grand Cherokee.